Meow y'all, and welcome back to another video. Having your spouse move in with you in Stardew Valley is all fun and games until you find out that you can't change the decorations that they bring with them. Some of the spouse rooms are super cute, but some of them, yeesh. I've got some thoughts. In today's video, we'll be ranking all of the spouse rooms, so buckle up. If you don't know me, I'm Sauter. I make Stardew Valley YouTube videos and live streams featuring game challenges, lore and theory crafting and analyses. So if you've got any suggestions for the next video, feel free to leave a comment down below and hit that subscribe button for more. Once a villager has been married, they move into our farmhouse and the spouse will immediately set up a unique room inside the house, right next to the bedroom. Let's start off with our first spouse, Abigail. Firstly, I love the wood panels for the flooring. I usually do wood panels anyways, so it matches nicely with the rest of the house, but even if you go with something different, the neutrality of the flooring is really easy to work with. The wallpaper is really pretty. I love the underwater vibe. It gives ethereal and whimsical. Her room is really neat. She's got a cushion and a rug in the middle of the floor, but everything else is neatly tucked away. I absolutely adore the bookshelf she's got with the little skull sticking out. I think it's super cute and it shows her occult interest without making the entire room be a haunted house. I love the sword leaning on the wall. I think it's so charming. She's got her music stand, her drums, her SNES all hanging out, showing off her interests. I've got a tiny gripe about her hamster cage. Have y'all ever seen movies or TV shows where a kid gets a goldfish and they get a super tiny fishbowl for them and it seems really cute? Then you get older and you learn that goldfish are kind of like koi fish and they can get really big and they need a proper aquarium with a proper filtration system. Then it doesn't seem so cute anymore. That's kind of how I feel about the hamster cage situation. It just seems really small and it makes me sad for the hamster. Abigail's room is going to go in the A tier because there's a ton that I do like about her room. Next up is Alex, and oh my god, the carpets? The carpet, come on. It's obviously supposed to be that astroturf green of a football field, or maybe just a brightly colored flooring that you'd see in a gym since it's good for safety, but I didn't expect a piece of Planet Fitness to be inserted into my home. The wallpaper and wood paneling is actually really cute and charming. I feel like the grid ball wallpaper shows off his boyish charms, and I think the sports equipment laying around the floor is fine too. It shows off Alex's personality a lot. The bench press equipment is also really fine. It does really suck that we don't see anything else besides exercise and sports in this room though. If you romance Alex and marry him, like you obviously should have if you're seeing this room in your house, you know that there's a lot more nuance and depth to Alex besides being a jock. So having a little bit more flourish in the room would have been really nice. I'm going to put Alex's room in the C tier. Next up is Elliot, and wow, this is dark academia charm to the max. I feel like I'm looking at my Pinterest homepage. The little details are so cute. We can see that there's a little painting of a sunset that's literally like 12 pixels, and then it's right above a model of a sailboat. It all just feels very romantic and charming. The flooring and the wallpaper are neutral browns. You can easily fit his room into the aesthetic of the rest of your house, no big deal. The giant bookcase is perfect for him, and I love the added detail of some of the books being taken out and sitting on top of the bookcase, like he set those aside for research for a novel he wants to start working on. Lots of firewood in the corner, further emphasizing the coziness, and the barrels are of course going to add to that nautical charm. Elliot's room is going in the S tier. Next up is Emily's room, and I am in awe. I was expecting her room to be rainbow from top to bottom, but it's pretty color coordinated and not too loud. The flooring is this gorgeous vanilla color, lots of plants all around, which I love in any house. We get to see some of her tailoring equipment lying around, which shows off her personality. And what's this? Okay, sorry. I know we're talking about Emily right now, but is that a matching heart decoration piece? And Haley, her sister, has the other pair that matches? That is too cute. And right next to that heart that represents Haley is a painting of a desert with an oasis next to it, symbolizing her friend Sandy. Emily's got two very important people being represented on her wall, and I think that's really sweet. She also brings her parrot along, and the parrot is super cute. This is just an easy S tier room, seriously. Back to Haley, and of course the heart piece is really sweet, and I really love the beachy wallpaper. The sailboat off in the distance is really charming. I love seeing her photography on a corkboard. I remember seeing my friends in school with a giant corkboard filled with Polaroids. It's just really sweet and charming. The corkboard is on the empty side, so I think this is symbolizing her journey into doing more photography and actually displaying them, which I think is great. She's got her vanity in the corner and a cute rug and then a little teddy bear. all very cute. I'm honestly surprised that there isn't a little more to the room. I feel like the lower left area is pretty empty, and I can definitely imagine Haley having a huge pink beanbag or even a love seat to relax on. Haley's room is going in the A tier for me. Harvey's room is next, and I'm really pleasantly surprised. I've played a lot of farm sims since I was a kid, and whenever there's a character that's a doctor, their entire personality is doctor, and their room is very medical and sterile. But with Harvey, this room feels warm and comforting. The neutral wood paneling floor is great, the brown wooden furniture and shelves is lovely, and the wallpaper being foresty is really showing that Harvey does love it here in Stardew Valley, and I think that's really sweet and endearing. He's got books laying all over because yes, he enjoys reading medical journals, but he also just enjoys reading in general. We can see his model airplanes decorating the shelves, pieces on the table, and a ham radio on his desk, really showing his hobbies and interests. This is a really tidy and warm room. It's going in the S tier for me. So with Leah, I understand she obviously wants a lot of space so that she can work on her art and sculptures, but it does suck not seeing more of her belongings and cherished items decorating the room. We know she's an artist, obviously, that's her passion and livelihood, but notice how Harvey, a doctor, that's his passion and livelihood, has a room filled with other hobbies and interests, not just the one thing. Leah loves animals, she loves nature, she loves foraging, she's very passionate about sustainability, she likes cooking. It would have been really great to at least see some decorations on the wall conveying these interests. The rug is very artsy, which I think is great, and the wallpaper shows autumn leaves falling, which is very naturey for Leah. But overall, I'm going to put Leah's room in the B tier. In another life, Maru is serial experiments lane, but in this life, she's got a cute room showing off her tech, telescope, robot, and love of space. The wallpaper is super pretty. I really love how Concerned Ape draws his pixel art stars, but I do find the room a little lacking. It does feel kinda empty. Obviously, she needs space to work on her projects, but I feel like her room could use at least one table in the middle here, a little workbench of some sort. It seems like everything is just kind of laying on the floor all over the place. I'm going to put Maru's room in the B tier. Penny's room reminds me a lot of Elliot's room, which makes sense since they both love to read. However, I am a little confused on the table arrangement here. It's almost as if she's decorated her personal room to also be a classroom for Jazz and Vincent, which is very sweet and considerate of her. But if you're familiar with her heart events and dialogue, you know that she's really stifled at home with Pam, and she's very eager to go out into the world and have a home of her own. So seeing her make space in her space for her job breaks my heart a little bit. I know she's just being sweet, but it would be really nice if more of her space was for her and her alone. I think she deserves that. Lots of books decorating her space. The blue plaid wallpaper is really cute, and I think the paintings or pictures that she has hung up are really interesting. I'm not sure if this one is supposed to be Pam and her father, and then I'm not sure what this one is supposed to be. The little touches like this to the room is really cute. I'm going to put Penny's room in the A tier. Sebastian is next, and it's funny because I see Sebastian doing the exact same thing. His table is set up for D&D with Sam and Abigail, but when you marry Sebastian, they never come over to visit and play, which I think is really sad. The table and cushions are super cute. I really love the dark couch and the dark wallpaper. It feels very dark fantasy, and the wood paneling on the wall is a great addition. The art on the walls adds so much life to the room. It really feels like this is his space, and he's made it as dark and mysterious as he is. He's got his computer set up and some recreational activities, and this is overall a very lived in and inviting room. I think it looks fantastic, and all the space in the room is used efficiently. Sebastian's room is going in the S tier. Sam's room is super bright and inviting. I love the brick wall. It reminds me of an old SNES game that I used to play. And the posters and song lyrics on the wall are really cool. It really adds a lot of charm to the room. We see he's got a computer set up and his musical instruments are laid out. His room is really neat and organized. Quick question, why is Sam's computer chair way better than Sebastian's? Sebastian's computer chair doesn't even have a back to it. Doesn't he work on his computer all day too? Anywho, I wish there was something more to Sam's room, especially in this region, because it does seem quite empty, but I understand that that's probably where he's standing when he's practicing guitar, and he's probably doing some dancing and such in that area, so I'm not too pressed about this. Sam's room is going in the S tier. Okay, hold on now. Y'all know how much I defend Shane, but this? I can't defend this. Let's start with the positives first. The little chicken portrait is so sweet and cute, and Shane's got the strange dolls as posters hanging up. Jazz loves these dolls as gifts, so I think Shane is hanging up things that he really loves and holds dear to him. Chickens and Jazz. I love the blue wallpaper, and the wood paneling matches it really nicely. Okay, so now that we're done with that tiny section of the room, let's look at the rest. Why does he have messy footprints going all through the room? Why is the wood flooring a weirdly pale color compared to the rest of them? Is it because it's so dusty and dirty? Why is there a spilled can of soda on the rug? Why hasn't that been thrown away and cleaned? Why is there a pizza box sitting in the corner? Come on. I do like seeing the stack of books and the gaming console, very cute and charming. And he's got 2 plants in the room, so he's taking care of something, just not the cleanliness of the room. I think it's interesting that he does have 1 dumbbell in his room compared to Alex's entire weightlifting set. And Shane and Alex are both really interested in grid balls, so this little parallel between them is really interesting. I'm sorry, Shane, but your bedroom is going in the D tier, and the only reason why it's not in the F tier is because of this tiny section of the room that's really cute and endearing. Last but not least, Krobus. I know he's not a bachelor, he's a roommate, but let's rank his room as well. His room is pretty much just the sewers, right? There's nothing really different about it. I do really like the dungeon-esque bricks and the broken tiles that give the floor some variety, but this room is really difficult to integrate with the rest of your house unless you're doing maybe a specific theme like underwater or dungeon. I like the teal colors of it, but it would have been really cool to see some more of Krobus's interests in the room. Maybe a statue of Yoba or a void egg on a desk or something like that. Obviously, he doesn't need furniture. He doesn't even need to sleep, but he does like many objects, so I don't know, having a table with some prized possessions would have been nice. I'm going to put Krobus's room in the C tier. With that said, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I stream pixel art and Stardew Valley on Twitch, so if you'd like to check that out, link in description. And if you've got a suggestion for the next video or some headcanons that y'all have and want to share, be sure to leave a comment down below and make sure to hit that subscribe button to catch my next video. I'll be making more Stardew Valley videos, so keep an eye out. See y'all next time. Bye!